repeat myself. Week 1 of strong, stretch and centered. So it's a combination of quite a few different types of things. It's a combination of yoga, Pilates, stretch, and just trying to calm yourselves down as well. So it's got lots of different aspects. So the first thing we're going to do is mobilize. We don't spend an awful lot of time mobilizing, but enough so that we're ready to work on the area that we want to. We're going to be holding things, holding movements, and then we will be stretching and holding as well. So we're going to start on our hands and our knees, and we're just going to come into child's pose, and we're immediately going to mobilize. We're going to come forwards and we come into a plank. We drop to our knees and we come back. So as you come forwards, push your hips down, hold, then tuck your toes under, lift, the core then engaged. Back we go. So what are we doing here? We're sort of slightly bringing a little bit of heat in. We're stretching through. Now you can see now, you don't have to be quite like a stiff board like I am with my back. My back has always been quite a straight one. Forwards again. Let's do it again. Push down, lift. Tuck your toes under. Let's go into plank again. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hold the movements a bit longer. So we're just going to hold here. Inhale. Exhale and hold. Just release through the lower back. And then we're going to come forward and we're going to drop the hip down. So again, just try and relax through your buttocks. Lifting your chest up. And then we tuck the toes in, so we go from a dip in our back to a straight. Holding it. If you find that difficult, just go into this position, yeah? So you've gone from coming up, straightening through the spine. Back into your down dog. Back into your child's pose. Reach forwards. Up, push your hips down, lift up. Now if you really struggle with your wrists, there's nothing wrong in putting your fists and holding the position like this. As long as you've got good strong fists. We then straighten our back and we lift. And then we come onto our hands and knees. Now we're going to arch our back up, dip our back down, tuck our toes under and come into down dog. When we're in down dog, we're going to walk the dog. And then we're going to come into plank and come back down onto our hands and knees. So arch the back, tuck your chin under. Stick your tailbone up, tuck your toes under, get yourself into down dog first and then walk your dog. Come forwards, drop your hips down, hold. Nice. And onto your hands and knees again. So this is the strength element of strong, stretched and centered. So we're stretching, we're mobilizing, tucking our toes under, get into a bit of a strength move, and that's it, push down, forward into your plank, into your strong core, hold. We're going to do just one more, come on down, again if you need to just release through the wrist, that's fine. Arch your back one more time, stick your tailbone up in the air, tuck your toes under, walk that dog, forwards into plank, and then onto your knees, well done. Come on up, shake out through the hand, come and face forward on your mat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our leg out to the side. We're going to come forwards. So our hands are in line with our shoulders, and you're just going to shift the weight forwards, and then you bring your weight back. So you can go back as far as you want. Can you feel that inner thigh stretch now? That's it. Do a few more. And then we're going to tuck the toe under and we're going to straighten the back leg. Now as you straighten the back leg, lift the back knee off the floor. Just try and push your hip down towards the floor, keeping your leg. So if you can't do that, all you do is you go from having your knee under your hip, and you just take your knee back a little bit further and drop your hip down. So what you're not only you're also stretching through the inner thigh, but you're also pushing your hip down and having a bit of a hip flexor stretch. Well done. So with that, when we finish it, we go into child's pose. And we take it the other side. So the foot comes out flat, hands are just under your shoulders, shift over your hands and back. Some of you will be able to shift your weight all the way to your heel without your foot lifting off the floor. That's it. And then we change the dynamics by tucking our toe under and taking, so our leg is straight. Now if you want to, you can still have your knee on the floor, but now we've got it here. I just want you to dip the hip down towards the floor and lift it up. So you're taking quite a lot of weight on your hands, but don't worry, you can have your knee on the floor if you wish. And you just drop down and bring it back. Well done. So go back into child's pose. So I'll do both of those now, sideways on. So take the foot out to the side again, and you're just going to shift the weight back and shift the weight forwards. Now try and keep this foot flat on the floor if you can. I'm talking about the one that's out to the side. So as you come back, you can really feel that inner thigh stretching. That's it. And then when you come into the plank position, this is a drop down. As you drop down, so some of you will have to put your leg down and just drop down like this and up. Otherwise, just drop down and lift. A bit of strength work as well. Bring it back and take it into child's pose. So you can start feeling like we need to do something in our hips, don't we? We need to do a little bit of hip opening. Same thing again, forwards and backwards. This is my tight leg, this one. And then tuck your toe under, drop it down and up. Remember, if you find that hard, just make sure you tuck your toe under, lift up, then drop your knee down. Do the same thing, drop down. That's it. Back into child's pose. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring ourselves into a position like we had our leg out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one leg straight and the other leg at the side here, like so. And we're going to try and just drop this hip to the floor while we're pushing that knee out. Just hold that position. Relax through your buttock. Let go of any tension that's through your hip as well. That's it. And then bring it back. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. Just take that leg out. This is my crampy leg now. Take it as far as you can. And just try and relax it. If you're getting a bit of cramp like I am, just release it. It will go, and it will get easier. Just keep taking the leg back and breathing. Now it's gone, you see. So now I can really relax down. And then we're going to bring it in. We're going to grab one of the legs. That's it. We're going to start with our hamstrings and hip flexors today. So I want you to lift your knee off the floor. Just hold it. So you're trying to pull the heel and you're just lifting up. And then do the same on the other side. Grab hold of it and lift it up. And then we're going to come up and we're going to start with this movement where you go back. So put your feet together, take your knees out wide, and you come back into this position. Now you can use a sofa if you want to stretch. Some of you will be able to go all the way at this point, like you'll be able to go right the way down. I'm not quite ready to go all the way down yet. So we're going to do a hold. We're going to hold it now for a minute. So just allow yourself to go as low as you feel comfortable doing. Let's see if I can get myself almost down. So a lot of people will use pillows, use a sofa. So what I do is I try a bit, then I go, no, it's too tight, I need to come out, and you just keep working on it. So we're trying to really lengthen through the quads, through the hip. So some of you might even be upright, doesn't matter. We're all on our own journeys on this. Try and let go of any tension through your buttocks. So another go. It's getting easier. That's it. Keep going, you've got 10 seconds. Just getting onto your heels can be enough for some people. Fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring it up. We're going to move those knees, and we're going to come forwards into dragon pose. So we're going to see if maybe some of the resistance is through the hip as well. So dragon pose, I'll start this side so you can see easy. Sleeping dragon, our knee is over our ankle and we come down into this position here. You can allow your leg to fall out, keeping your ankle nice and straight. And we're going to hold this position, so I'm going to come forward so I can see what's going on. I'm going to hold this position for 2 minutes. So get yourself down, get yourself settled, even if you're in this position here. So like I can get one elbow down, but I can't get two. So we need to hold this long enough so we can really feel that hip coming out. That's it. Just try and relax through your back hip, try and drop your back hip down so that hip flexor's working as well. Take your leg further back if need be. Less than a minute to go. Use your breath to focus on something. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Not always easy these. Slowly bring yourself out. Next. So from here, go back into child's pose. So we're going to open our knees nice and wide. And we're going to go into child's pose. We're going to reach forwards. Just hold the position now. Slowly come up and get yourself ready for sleeping dragon pose on the other leg. So come forwards. Remember the ankle can come out. Come on down into your position. So you can try it down there. And it doesn't matter if you get into it and then you feel uncomfortable and you have to come back up again. It's all about like the longer you can hold it for each time, yeah? So holding it 2 minutes. Remember, we're trying to lengthen through the back leg as well and pushing the back hip down. Just focus breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Don't focus on how uncomfortable it is. Focus on how you feel that you can make it less uncomfortable by breathing to the area, maybe coming up out of it a little bit, then going down deeper again. Don't make it so it's uncomfortable that it's painful, because then you're not in a position to allow yourself to relax deeper into the pose. And then slowly come out of it again. Well done. So yeah, so I'm in and out of that pose all the time, but the thing is, by giving yourself a bit of time, we can lengthen things and get further along with it. So let's go back into that child's pose. This is the wide child's pose. Come down, then reach forwards with your hands. Remember, this is improving your functionality, keeping you hopefully injury free, improving everyday mobility. Fantastic. Slowly bring yourselves up onto your hands and knees again. So we're going to try that going back again. So this time, let's see if we can get a little bit further than you did. You should feel a little bit more flexible. Take your knees out a little bit wider. Come on down. See if you can get yourself into position. Don't worry if you can't get all the way down. And we're just going to hold this now for 2 minutes. So you can come in and out of it as you feel fit. Some of you can lie back, all the way back. Some of you will struggle in this one, and it's just about going as far as you can. Lean against the sofa if you have to. Try and relax through your buttocks. Steady your breathing. shoulder, so I can really feel my one side is pulling really tight through my quads, and that's going to have a huge impact on my gait and everything. So I need to stretch it out, but obviously if I need to come up, I will. I'll come up out and just release it a little bit. And funny enough, this quad that's really tight is the one that I had an injury through my knee. And so therefore it does need lengthening, otherwise we're going to end up with the same problem again. And a lot of that is because obviously I was shortening my stride when I had my knee wasn't functioning properly, and also the muscle fibres weren't working together. Just got 30 seconds left. So we're nearly there. Breathe slowly. Bring yourself up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to undo our legs, because you'll probably be like, oh my life, and we're going to roll ourselves down and just give our body a minute just to recover from that, because it's quite an intense one. There's a lot going on, isn't there? If it's uncomfortable, it's painful. If you struggle with your knees anyway, but you'll find that it is still a good stretch. So just lie there for a moment, take some deep breaths in and out. Hands down by your sides. Well done. We're going to take our hands above our heads, take a deep breath in. And exhale and reach. And then we're going to bring the knees in. Well done. So, perfect. We're just going to do some tension and some relaxation, because that was quite intense. I want you to point your toes, and then I want you to bring them up towards your shins. I want you to point them again and bring them up to your shins. Point, bring up to the shins, and then just let them really, really relax. I want you to roll your legs inwards and outwards. And then, because it's a natural thing to do, just allow them just to stay outwards. Squeeze your buttocks and then let them go. Squeeze them and let them go. Squeeze, one more. And then just relax. Just allow everything around that lower pelvis, around your buttocks, to relax onto the floor, which should allow your hips to feel like they're opening up. Have a little wiggle, like I'm quite a fidgety person. Make yourself comfortable so you can really just almost feel like your legs are totally relaxed from your belly button down. Hands, we're going to rotate the hands. We can take them off the floor just so your elbows are on the floor. Roll it round one way. I'm going to roll it around the other. That's it, like a little wave, backwards and forwards, and then we're just going to hold it down. Then we're going to roll the hand, so the back of the hand is on the floor, and then the palm of the hand. And we leave the palms up, and we just relax. We shrug the shoulders up and down. And then we just stop, just take them as far away from your neck as possible. Palms facing upwards, so the legs are rolled out, you're nice and relaxed. Then just roll your head from side to side. matter how noisy it is. Sometimes mine makes a lot of noise when it's rolling. Then we just back into centre. Now we take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just allow everything just to fall down onto the floor. Inhale and just sink in a bit more. So allow your exhale to give you that feeling of all the body settling down on the floor. Those legs falling out to the side a little bit more, the palms coming up towards the ceiling. Now I want you to breathe in. As you breathe in, allow those ribs to lift and open. So you're almost like lifting your back off the floor, then exhale, then letting it all go back down again. Just your torso is doing the work, your extremities like your arms and your legs are just totally relaxed. Breathe in, lift the chest, and breathe out and allow the back just to come down onto the floor. So just do a few more. Just become still. Allow your breathing to be shallow but relaxed. Don't force the breathing, just let gravity exhale. Pull you in and out. To feel almost like not you're stuck, but you're just trying to pull your body from the ground. So you're going to wiggle your hands and you're slowly going to lift up the one arm and then the elbow, just shake it out. That's it, and take away that support network that you were lying on, and the same with the other hand. Lift it up, slowly peel it off like you're renewed and you're awake and everything's all fresh. Then bring the foot off, that's it, the leg off and the other one, and then bring it up, that's it, and then try and peel the bottom half of your body away, that's it. But almost like when you've done a face mask, that sort of feeling when you peel away, then all the negativity and all the dead skin cells stay on that mask, don't they? Slowly bring yourself onto your side and then bring it up and lift it up. So we have a nice new, that's it. And you just feel like, oh yeah, my skin feels all beautiful now. It's a shame they don't do complete body peel masks, you know, like they do for those blackheads. So it's just relax, nice and tall, shoulders down, and just come forwards. Just bring yourself into a nice little circle. Just hold it here and you'll feel so much more mobile. Can you feel that? At the same time, nice and relaxed. Then bring yourself up. Then we're going to take our arm over. Oh, that's it. And again. Perfect, guys. Let's have a little rotation. And the other side. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. Have a fabulous weekend. And we're all back on it on Monday. We've got lots to do next week. Next week's the last week before I launch the evening classes. So well done, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend, like I've already said. Stay safe, be cautious,